What's up, everybody? A little bit of a different video this week. We went to go do a job on Wednesday, and due to the circumstances of it, we weren't able to do it. It was still early in the morning. Nobody really had any plans for the day, so come on, let's be like DJ Khaled and
let's go!
So let's have a look at Fenwick Golf Course. This is a public 9-hole golf course in the borough of Fenwick in Old Saybrook, Connecticut, and it's a really beautiful spot. I'm very excited to get out here with these guys today, so let's see what we have in store. Eric is quick to the trigger with the flip of the tee to decide who will be hitting first.
Down, you know what to do.
That was a horrible tee flip. I go second. You go third.
Cause I don't want to hit one super far right and blast that house just yet. I need to get a couple swings in before I do that. Eric, that's perfect.
Let's take a look at Eric's golf swing in slow motion here. He's got a very nice setup and a good spine angle. At the top of the golf swing, Eric is in pretty good position here. His club is a little over the top, but that's not going to get him in any trouble. One thing I'd like to see Eric do is to keep his left heel on the ground. As we start the downswing, Eric has a nice weight shift from back to front and really clears his hips out nice to make room for his arms coming through on the downswing. His follow through is pretty nice here, but he needs to get more extension with his right arm, meaning after impact he needs to shake hands with the target with his right hand. I'd also like to see Eric get his hands over his left shoulder a little bit more. I'll tell you what though, for playing golf for only about 8 months now, this is hella good, free rake.
Right. Oh, Willie's got good club head speed. Hell yeah, Willie. All right, good ball. Good.
Willie has a nice takeaway here and is the opposite of Eric, and he's a little bit laid off at the top. I'd rather see him in that position though. On the downswing here, Willie does a great job of pushing his hips through the golf swing and has pretty good extension with his right arm after impact. I'd like to see him get his right heel off the ground pointing up towards the sky, but hey man, this is pretty good, Willie. We gave Ben another shot at this one, and he worm-burnered one into the grass. Now let's take a look at his swing. Ben is hovering the club behind the golf ball here, and I'd like to see it resting on the ground before he starts his takeaway. His arms are too close to his body here, and he doesn't get enough of a backswing, but he has a good transition from the backswing to the downswing. And for a guy who never plays golf, and I think this is his first time on the golf course as well, I'm pretty happy just to see him make contact with the golf ball. You can see Ben has his right heel off the ground here, which we need to get Willie to do. Let's have a look at Fenwick Golf Course. This is a really beautiful location, and I'm pretty sure the guys that checked us in said that you can see water from every hole. There's also some gorgeous homes in Fenwick.
Yes. Here we go, free rake. About 120 out. Coming up a little short. Look good, Willie.
Willie doesn't even know it here, but in this swing, he is in perfect impact position. Look at how his hands are ahead of the ball, and he's hitting down on it, taking a beautiful chunk of dirt out of the ground. Between the first hole and the second hole, there's a little bit of a drive down at cart path, and then we show up at this beautiful par 3 measuring 147 yards. You can see there's water to the right that's not really in play though. There's a lighthouse in the distance, and look at that beautiful home that's tucked behind the green. Willie is going to be first to hit here and busts this rental 8-iron up onto the green and actually has a freaking birdie putt on his second hole that he's ever played. Here goes Ben, and he pures one with the same exact club up onto the green as well, and also has a birdie putt.
Yeah, another good one.
Get out of here, bro.
Great shot, right on the front of the green.
Free Rake is up next and is definitely feeling it after watching the first two guys land their balls on the green as soft as butterflies.
Dude, free rake, you got a lot to follow up with right there.
Dude, what the hell? Now I'm nervous. Here, you want this? Hey, dude, this eight's going good.
He's feeling it here, but he makes good contact and puts one up just in front of the green.
Little short. I think he's going to be a little short. All right, that's okay.
Here's the first look at my swing today coming out of the bunker on this second hole, and you can hear from the guys I almost knocked it in.
That'll work.
Check out this putt from Free Rake here. We call this a Brazilian. Ugh, it just shaves the hole. Look at that thing lip out of there. He got screwed and didn't even get kissed. Now, let's have a look at the par 3 third hole measuring 140 yards, which is pretty much the same shot we just hit off the last tee. Look at the spectacular views on this golf course.
All right, Free Rake.
The guys didn't have any luck on the tee balls on this hole, but at least we were advancing the ball. I told them that they hit condom shots. They didn't feel good, but they were safe. Here's Free Rake with the birdie chip. Let's move on to the next, the fourth hole, par 4, measuring 359 yards. You can see that anything right here is going to be wet. And check out the blue tees on this hole, which are back even farther. If you don't hit a good one here, it's going to be a John F. Kennedy Jr., and it's not going to quite clear the water.
Oh, Willie?
Here we're going to have a look at my swing in slow motion. I've played a lot of golf in my past, so I've got some pretty good fundamentals. My takeaway is pretty good here. I'm a little bit flat at the top, but I like this position. My transition from backswing to downswing has always been too quick because I get so excited to unload on the golf ball. I get nice lag here from my wrists, meaning that the golf club is well behind my hands on the downswing, and I clear out my hips and push through the golf ball. I lose my spine angle a little bit, which is something I've always dealt with, and it's something that I want to work on in the future. You can see that my chest and belt buckle are facing the target here, and even though this was an okay tee ball, I hit it to the left into the trees, and we call that a sunny bono.
Yep, that's the right thing to do.
I hit a nice approach shot here for my second and had about 4 feet left for the birdie and was able to knock it in. Nice putt, hitting the hole like a Yukon freshman. Let's have a look at the sixth hole, another par 3 measuring 140 yards. As you can see, it's got this little hump in front of the green, which pretty much sets you up for a blind tee shot. You can only see the top half of the flag from the tee box.
All right, Willie. He hit a good shot. He gets you short. Yeah, that's okay.
Eric pushes one right here into the tall grass. I came up a little bit short and hit a horrible chip over the back of the green. Atrocious. We call that a Pee Wee Herman shot. Too much wrist.
Eighth hole.
Yeah, you don't get left, all right.
Woo! Hell yeah. That's over the tree. Yep.
Boy, Eric hit that one bad. That's called the Nancy Pelosi, way to the left. My tee ball on this hole was left, but I was able to have a shot to the green. We call that a son-in-law shot. It's not exactly what you were hoping for, but it'll do.
Here we are, live action, Free Rake, coming out of the bunker. Got about 60 yards, pitching wedge.
Any golfer will tell you that the long bunker shot is the hardest shot in golf, and Eric will explain why here. Eric struggles out of this bunker. Unfortunately, my camera battery died after the first 2 shots of him trying to get out of the sand, and it would take him another 2 shots to get out of there. We call that a Saddam Hussein, from bunker to bunker. Now let's switch over to the iPhone and watch as Ben uses a driver from the rough with this chip shot. Willie also liked the driver on the golf course here from all locations, and I told Willie that was a Princess Di shot. He shouldn't have used the driver. And here we are on the 9th hole, our last hole of the day. Eric had this putt for birdie, but it never broke. I had about a 5-footer here for birdie, and I Mickey Mantled this one. We call that a dead yank. Just finished up the edit on this video. I think this was super fun. If you guys out there think Middlesex trees should play golf on a monthly basis, let us know in the comments.